Hey, it's Russ Baden with the Role Playing Public Radio. Today we're playing Zweihander. Scenario is called Into the Green Valley, but I'm not running the game. Noah, aka Broa, from multiple other podcasts at
Yeah.
this point, is running it. And friend of RPPR. And we have 4 players, including me today. But we'll introduce them after I guess Noah sort of sets up the premise of this.
Hey. Hi, I'm Noah. So this is a Zweihander scenario I made a while ago, and I finally got around to running it for people. So it is 1524, the real world, air quotes. And you all are a part of the Spanish conquest of Guatemala. You all have been doing a hard-fought campaign. Some of you have probably been a part of Cortez's rampage through Mexico.
Oh, so we're evil. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, you all are bad people.
We're horrendous. All right.
Yes.
I'm not bad. I just go where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
Bad guys are paying me money.
So I'm bad.
Justification.
Yes. So you all are currently a part of Pedro de Alvarado's campaign in Guatemala, the temporary capital of Ixmiche. I am butchering that word. Iximche has just been taken over after the Maya tribes that live there have been forced out, subjugated. It's probably a more accurate term. So that is what has been going on. Why don't we go through all of our players real quick, and then we can actually get into the meat of the scenario. So let's start with Birk.
Hey, this is Birk. I am playing the man-at-arms Jacob Pauldron. He is a mountain amongst men, walking around with salt and pepper hair, blue-green eyes, yellow scum on his teeth, and he is desperately searching for his lost brother, Joey Pauldrons, after he saw a portal whisk him away to another world.
Not Joey Pauls. No.
Nice.
Ross.
I'm gonna have to make some modifications in my character a little bit because I'm Humberto, which I'm the Gamekeeper. You're saying I'm a friendly local tribe person.
You are a member of a Maya tribe that has allied themselves with the Spanish. That was a thing that did happen. Yeah. There were several different tribes all over Guatemala and the Central America, and some of them would work with the Spanish and some of them would not.
Yeah. But in the Zweihander character thing, it says I have ash blonde hair and dark green eyes, which I don't...
Look, I did random rolls for these pre-gens, okay? Feel free to change any of that if you want.
Yeah. No, I found some hair dye. It's fine. I'm trying something new. Humberto. I really hate the Mayans, probably. And... enemy of my enemy is my friend. That'll work out for sure. Yeah. I've got a bow and some throwing knives and a little knife, a dirk. Yeah. So, but I'm good at hiding, so that'll probably be useful.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Caleb.
I'm playing Grimaldo Cardoso. I'm a Dragoon without a horse, so that probably tells you how my campaign has been going. I'm just some weedy little dude with a weak chin out cavalrying without a horse. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I did load you down with like 3 different guns, though. So
yeah, no, I think I'll be fine. I just really want my character to die because he's a little conscript conquistador.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pay a Weasley little shit because that's all I can imagine.
Hell yeah. Right. And David?
Hello, I am going to be playing Lotte de Vries. I am the Dutch Sellsword. She's 5'5", husky build with a broken nose and that 1,000-yard stare. I'm guessing this is not my first campaign, nor will it be my last.
Well,
It said gray hair and then ice blue eyes, so I'm assuming she's seen some shit. Just guessing.
Yeah, probably. Okay. So, as I said, you all are currently located in help me Google. How do I say this? Ishimche. There we go. You all are currently located in the temporary capital of Ishimche, and you have been summoned by the head of the force, Pedro de Alvarado himself, because he has a mission for you all. Since taking over the city, they've been using it as sort of a forward operating base of sorts to continue their campaign through Guatemala, through the jungles. And he has summoned you because they have sent a force to a particularly dense location in the jungle. It is a valley referred to as the Green Valley because of just the incredibly thick vegetation. And it is also acting as sort of a barrier to a particularly troublesome tribe of Maya. And they have sent a force into the Green Valley before, and they haven't received any sort of word, no messages, anything like that in several weeks. So they are going to send you all in after them. You're going to have a couple of other people, a couple of NPCs, and you're going to try and make contact with the initial force, and if you can do so, continue the campaign through the Green Valley until it is all under Spanish rule.
How big was the last force that went in?
Incredibly difficult to get through. It was maybe only 20 people or so.
20 people, yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's mostly men at arms. Your standard conquistador force, whatever that would look like at the time. I did a moderate amount of research for this.
Yeah. I appreciate it. All right.
So, do you all have any questions? Want to prepare anything? You have any questions for?
Do we have a barber surgeon with us as one of the NPCs?
Yes, I would say that you would have the cadet and the barber surgeon for sure would be along for the ride.
Excellent. As standard for my mission protocols, I would like to request part of my pay ahead of time in coppers.
Okay. Yes. Alvarado will tell you to go see the quartermaster to see about payment. He'll write you a note of prepayment that you can exchange.
I actually have folklore. So I'm just gonna roll. Do I get any bonuses for what do I know about the Green Valley?
So you probably wouldn't be. What is your folklore?
It would be 47. I only have one rank in it, so
47. Roll it at standard, so no modifiers.
Yeah, I failed it. So
okay. Yeah. You've heard all sorts of crazy shit about the Green Valley. You've heard so much that you don't know what's true, what's not, like what to even take seriously. They talk about the tribes that live there eating people. They talk about how they're so much more advanced than everybody else, but they're hyper secluded, all sorts of crazy things. So yeah, you're not really sure what to believe.
Okay. Well, I'll ask around too. Well, nope, that's a crit failure. Just going great. An 88.
So being not Spanish probably doesn't go well for you trying to gather information in the occupied city.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask other like.
I have rumor. Is that? A skill?
Yeah, you can give me a rumor roll. I will again say that is at base.
Go rumor team.
Okay. Try the old dice spot.
Oh,
I crit my rumor roll.
Dicebot taketh and Dicebot giveth.
I think I make it by 1. Yeah, I make it. No, I have a 52 in it because that's plus 10 if you have a little dot, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And then Birk critted. So.
All right. So, what were you looking to get information on? Did you want information about the Green Valley, about the tribe there, about the expeditionary force?
If I'm a conquistador, I probably only give a shit about whether the tribe has gold. So I was probably just asking about gold because I'm a dummy. But if they revealed anything not about gold, I suppose I would wait and listen until they got to the gold part. But yeah,
so
the tribe.
I mean, of course they have gold. That's why you're all here, right? Not just to subjugate a population and take land. But you have heard rumors that yes, of course they must have some sort of gold or some sort of treasure for sure. But you do know that from what you have heard, the people that live there, they do have temples. They do have temples to their pagan gods, and it is from what you have heard from some of the tribesmen that supposedly have been through there. You're not sure why they didn't go, but yes, they have these these treasure encrusted pyramids there. That's what they tell you. That's what you seem to gather.
All right, guys, we can climb those pyramids and open up our mini map.
Hell yeah!
Reveal the fog of war.
So
I was looking for more information about the force itself, the expedition.
Okay, so it was a first wave of about 20 men. They were supposed to be going through going through the forest to clear a path, effectively, so that when Alvarado's forces actually mass together and go through, they'd have a much clearer shot into the forest, into the city that is there, and again, just either subjugate or wipe out the people that live there. It was, pretty standard. A lot of men at arms, so it'd be like spears, swords, crossbows. Firearms are still sort of a luxury and commodity here, just because obviously getting more gunpowder is kind of an issue, and then ensuring that it's so humid in this jungle that it gunpowder can get easily ruined at this time. So it's been a lot of crossbows, and crossbows are also a lot easier to manufacture, especially with the things that you have around you. Steelworks and things like that are a bit hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but they didn't see another guy with huge pauldrons. So
no, there's no. It was Joe Pauldron.
Mm-hmm. Joey Pauldrons, yeah.
Joey Pauldrons. Yes, he was not amongst the force going into the jungle.
That is unfortunate.
Okay, can I make a warfare roll? I'm not going to take these people lightly. I am going to assume that we are going to be advancing on a group that is entrenched, whether they are less civilized with steel and gunpowder or not. I want to know how they have defended this territory so far, other than we're hiding behind a super dense forest.
Okay.
And that is a 22.
Okay. So, you would know. You have been through all sorts of campaigns. You've probably been through some stuff back in Europe. You've been through a long fought campaign here in the New World. And you would have to surmise that there's probably going to be a lot of traps, a lot of, they probably, they would know people are coming for the most part. So lots of booby traps and lots of just using the sheer thickness of the forest to their advantage. Lots of hit and run tactics, that kind of things. And then if a force was probably to make it to the city itself, they would be well prepared just for an invasion force at this time. They probably know what has been going on. Like you said, the city that you're in just fell. So
they probably know we're coming.
Mm-hmm.
And they're is this a group that is known for using poison in any way? Like, are these the ones that will strap the frogs to the clubs and whatnot, or not?
That is a good question. I would say yes, probably on like arrows or darts or something like that, projectile weapons more than likely, but it's not something you would see on like melee weapons or anything like that.
Good to know. So, shit. Speaking of melee weapons, are these the ones that use the macahuitls, the really, really sharp obsidian jabbed into clubs bits? Or am I thinking the wrong part of the world?
No, this would be about that part of the world. Yeah, it'd be clubs, things like that would have like obsidian or stone embedded in them. Yes.
Right. So that tells me what we're going to need as far as bandages. Make sure to add that to the standard requisition form.
Okay.
I'm still getting my coins, though.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm
Charge
sure
into the woods.
Okay. There's also the cadet and the barber surgeon. Somebody want to give me a name for those two, please?
What nationality are they?
They'd both be Spanish.
Okay.
Help me out, random name generator.
Yeah.
Do we want a musical cue?
Fernando for one of them.
Okay.
Silvio.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Silvio. As far as the other one, there was something in the air that night. The stars were bright. Fernando.
All right. So the cadet is Fernando, and the barber surgeon is Silvio. Also, we have 6 points in the fortune pool. So if you need like a reroll or anything like that, just let me know. I will flip it. Make sure. Yeah, you can reroll a failed skill test, but not a critical failure. You can gain an action point for your turn, or you can treat a chaos or fury die as phase 6, which allows it to explode. So keep that in mind, and we're off. So leading your force is the cadet Fernando. He is ostensibly in charge, even though you all probably have seniority, technically speaking. And it is a they're not kidding when they talk about this jungle being thick. You have fought through the worst parts of southern Mexico and into Guatemala, and you have yet to meet anything quite as dense as this. So go ahead.
I don't know. I've met some officers.
Get the give me a. Let me look at the skills. I'm sorry. Give me navigation or survival rolls at a -10.
For all of us, or
Yes, all of you.
Oh boy. All right.
did survival or what else? Navigate.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Ooh, we've already. There it is.
So I've got an odd 2 on my navigation.
Okay.
And
Can you
intellect
base
38.
things? Like if you don't have a tick in them?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. The only skills that
have. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. As Birk was about to say, unless they have an asterisk at the end of the skill name, you can roll your base attribute.
Oh, navigation has an asterisk. Okay.
But survival doesn't.
Survival does not. All right. I make my survival roll.
Okay.
How do I?
So you all pass?
Yes.
I do not pass survival.
You do not pass survival. Okay. So yes. So everybody except for Birk, it's obviously hard going, but you do manage to kind of push your way through the jungle. Let me see how. Does okay. And then how's the surgeon look? Oof. Our surgeon doesn't do well either. He's not one for the jungles. He's obviously a man of science.
Silvado, no.
Yes. So Silvio and Jacob, you're having a hard time getting through the jungle. Go ahead and move yourself up the peril condition track to imperiled.
Okay.
You are just having a really bad time. You're not taking any penalties yet, but it's just a really, really stressful situation. It's so hot. It's like, let's see.
I am in plate, I guess.
Yes.
You have got
brother
that
so
squirrel
much.
hanging off of your shoulder. Did you know
Jungle
that squirrel
squirrel.
was there?
Jungle squirrels.
Yeah, it's
Shoot it!
It's early August in Guatemala. It is not a fun place to be.
Oof. How's that steel armor holding up?
It's great.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I would have thought it would have been miserable, but
Nope, love it. Love it.
Okay.
See, I've been wearing this munitions plate for so long I didn't realize I had it till you said something.
Yes. So, yeah, you're it's just so awful here. You don't know why you're doing this. Oh, wait. Gold. So much gold, apparently. Yeah, so it takes about a day before you start to everybody, it's barely even a day before you arrive at the edges of the valley itself. You've been cutting your way through hard fought terrain, and it's you can see from the edges of the foothills of the mountains that the jungle just gets worse and worse from here. It's it is like I said, it's just so awful. It is trees and bugs and all sorts of unnamed creatures that you've never seen before making their ways through the jungle. Our gamekeeper probably has some words for what some of these, oh yes, this is, this kind of beetle, this is this kind of frog, or whatever, whatever sort of small furry thing this is, but they're all just kind of baffling to what you have experienced before.
It's a shame we had to come here and take all this gold.
Mm-hmm.
I feel we were lied to. I do not see fun nor games inside this jungle.
But as you get to the edge of the valley itself, the jungle just gets denser. You can feel, it feels like a hand is about to just reach out and grab you. You feel like you're being watched, that there's just a oppressive nature on top of you as you work your way into the valley, and you can't help but think that, around every corner there could be some tribesman waiting to stick you with some sort of awful poisoned knife or envenomed arrow. It's a nightmare, but you muster on through the jungles till you decide to make camp. The cadet Fernando is he's keeping it together. He's been entrusted with this mission, more or less, and he's looking to earn some sort of reputation. But any of you who have been in the campaign for a long time can see the cracks starting to show. And during the first night in the valley, give me, would be awareness? What did they call it? Yes. I would say, yeah, give me awareness checks.
My grandfather said this jungle's full of obscenity. Nature was base and vile here. But I didn't understand him until now. Let's see here. What is awareness? All right, make that.
So what is a 33 good for? Considering my perception is 48?
That is a critical. Yep.
Oh, I got a dot in that. Okay, yeah, I make it.
I critically fail.
Oh no!
55. Go get him, Grimaldo.
Okay. So, Grimaldo, you are asleep. You've been. It is, the middle of the night. Yes, yeah. It's the middle of the night. Let's see if this actually picks up. Everybody else that pass, you will hear this.
Ooh.
That's just, I'm hungry.
So does my crit actually tell me which direction the jaguar is coming from?
It is walking directly up on Grimaldo's tent.
Well, I'm just going to step right out with my Zweihander in hand.
Okay.
I'm going to handle animal to try and scare it off without, having to kill it.
I'm just going to try an intimidation.
Okay.
Maybe I can scare the cat. I don't know. But I've got an intimidate. I got to try it. Let's see. That is a 21, which is under. I don't have anything in handle animal, so I couldn't have done that one anyway. But my intimidate, ooh. So I'm just going to stand out there. Let's see. Brawn is 50, so 21 is definitely under my 60. I'm just going to stand there, sword in hand, and go, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, kitty.
Yeah. So Lotte stands out and goes pss, 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 to the jaguar.
Hold stick the end of the Zweihander into the campfire so it gets nice and red hot. And then just brandish it at the cat, just still going, kitty, kitty.
Let's see what his resolve is. Ooh! So the Jaguar gets a critical success in its resolve. It is not intimidated in the least. It thinks you're just another tasty snack. So let's go ahead and get that initiative.
God, I hope I sleep through this whole thing.
So initiative, on the second page, you have an initiative number. Roll a single D10 and add that number to it and let me know what you get.
So I've got an 8 there.
I'll get there sometime.
And I rolled a 9, so I've got a 17.
17. What'd you get, Ross?
A 10. I rolled a 1. Don't worry, Grimaldo. You'll be fine. We only have the most, the strongest, most determined jaguar in all of Guatemala.
Yes. Birk, are you aware of what's going on? I forget.
Yeah, I succeeded. I rolled a 1, so I'm going on a 9.
Okay. And Caleb, you want to give me a roll just in case you wake up and aren't devoured by the panther?
Cool. I mean, the panther's got other stuff going on, sounds like.
I mean, this is true.
Yeah.
What's an initiative roll for this?
So you roll D10, and there should be a number on your second page that says initiative. I think for you, it should be 8.
So 10. I rolled a 2.
And then,
so I'm going at 10, I suppose.
Yes. Barber Surgeon is surprisingly quick, but he's also unaware. Also, I rolled a 1 for him. So he goes on an 11.
Going great.
I mean, he is a barber surgeon, so, not exactly a combat character. Basically here to make sure you don't die. And then the cadet. Okay. So, first up is David.
Well, I've got a Zweihander in hand.
Whoop, that's not the right noise.
Oh, no, it's Predator Jaguar.
Oh, would you listen to that? Jaguar is purring.
Yes. I forgot. I put some stuff on those keys. So what are you doing, David?
Hitting it with the sword.
Okay. So go ahead and... So again, you get 3 action points per turn. Per turn. So a regular melee attack would use 1 action point, and I believe the Zweihander has the vicious.
Actually, it is punishing, reach, and slow.
Punishing, reach, and slow. Okay. So punishing. So if you land the attack, if you have the punishing quality, you can add. If you spend an additional action point, you can add an additional fury die. So instead of the 1d6, you would actually roll 2d6. But go ahead and give me the attack roll, which is just should be martial melee.
Well, I've got a 60. So a 54 should do it, I think.
See, what is the Panthers?
Unless he can dodge.
He does not have parry or dodge because he is a jaguar. So I will say that
it seems like a shortcoming to the character's stats. Like,
let me. What does slow have though? It does add a base 10. It doesn't. Natural armor. Ripping to sandy. All right. So I will say that hits. Go ahead and roll me your damage. It should be your combat bonus. So the CB there.
Okay.
Plus.
Now, where do I find my CB?
So if you look at your character sheet where it says combat, there's that little square that has a number in it that says CB underneath it on your attributes.
Attributes. Okay, there it is. It says 8.
So you do 8 plus, let's see, you would do 1d6 normally, plus your 8. If you would like to spend another action point, you can add another d6 to that.
I think I'm going to save it for now, just because I'm thinking I might take another swing at the kitty if this first one does good. And first one I rolled a 6.
Okay, so 6 plus 8.
14.
Don't they explode?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So go ahead and you have 14 right now. Roll another d6.
Okay, the second d6 came up a 5. So 19.
Okay. So 19. All right. What is it? Ooh. All right, so that is going to knock it down to... It is now... All right. So next it is the cadet. He is going to leap out of his tent, like asking, like very, very confused, asking what's going on, and then notices that there is a gigantic jaguar in the camp, and the 5'5" Dutch lady is swinging her sword at it, and he is going to pull out his pistol and attempt to shoot it.
Is that a crit failure?
It's a 98. Which I don't think is a crit fail. I think that is.
Wait, is he using a gun? Sorry.
Yes, he pulls out his flintlock pistol and attempts to shoot it.
Yeah, I wonder what the there's misfire. It is volatile. So
It's volatile. He'd have to roll a critical failure, which he did not. He's very, very close.
All right, fair.
But he's definitely going to miss. Yeah, so he does that, and then
I'd imagine Grimaldo would hear that. I mean, guns are...
Yes, there is a gigantic boof as the flintlock pistol goes off. Pretty much anybody that isn't, dead is now awake. So that's the turn. Now it is the Panther's turn. The Panther is going to attack Lotte.
Can I spend an action to dodge?
You'll get an automatic dodge
Okay.
after I make my attack. So 43. That is going to hit. Okay, roll me a dodge, and let me know if you roll under a 43.
Break out the thuds. I rolled a 41.
Okay. So you will be able to dodge the incoming tiger. I keep wanting to call it a tiger for some reason. The incoming panther. Noises.
I appreciate that.
Yes. It leaps at you, and you manage to swiftly tuck and roll out of the way with your big ass sword. And it begins prowling around the campfire at the center of the camp, keeping its eyes locked on you.
Yes,
Next,
that's right, Jaguar. Just keep watching Lotte. That's right,
Wonder
Jaguar.
you're not a jaguar. Be quiet.
The barber surgeon is going to take his turn to just stay in his tent and not do anything because he is a doctor, not a soldier. So Caleb or Ross, it is your turn. Whichever one wants to go first.
My Jaguar's going crazy. Let it be Ross.
Okay.
All right. I will have my bow is at the ready, so I will loose an arrow at it.
Okay.
And that's a 10. That's a hit, unless it can dodge.
Cannot, which I still think is a weird.
All right.
I don't. All right. All right. Give me some damage.
All right. The die exploded. So 11 plus my agility bonus. 5. 16.
If you're using the dice roller, dice roller in the future, if you put an exclamation point, say 1d6 exclamation point, it should explode for you.
Okay. Good to know.
I think.
I mean,
that sounds right.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, I got a 16. 11 plus 5, 16. Yeah.
All right. So you managed to plunk an arrow deep into the Jaguar. It is not happy, but it seems like obviously getting hit with the arrow is not an enjoyable experience. But it doesn't seem that unfazed. It kind of snarls and hisses at you, turning its attention your way. And then, would you like to do anything else with your remaining action points?
I guess reload my bow so I can fire it next round.
Sure, I believe that is 2, so I'll use up all of your action points for the turn. And then it would be Caleb's turn.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I would say that you like the tents are fairly open just because you want some nice, breeze in there. So yeah, you can see this gigantic looming cat shape against the campfire outside.
All right, I think my skill is 57. Let me see if I can... Damn it, Splenda. Get away from it. All right.
Let's try and roll. Play.
Is he trying to help you roll the dice?
No, he's in the way of the screen. I got a 54 out of 57.
Okay.
So
go ahead and roll me damage.
My damage with the pistol, it's going to be CB plus 1d6. What does that mean?
So CB is your combat bonus, which I'm looking at your sheet, which is 7. So you're going to roll that you're going to add that to the result of a 1d6 roll.
Okay.
And then I believe...
If you get a 6 on your d6, you get to roll it again.
Yes.
Well, I got a 1, so don't worry about that. So, so 8.
8. If you would like, I believe attack is 1 action point. You have 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you spent 1. If you'd like to spend another 1, you can add an additional fury dice to this because your hand cannon has punishing on it.
Sure.
Okay. So that's 2 you've spent so far.
This would be 4 plus 7, so 11.
Okay.
Wait, I add a die, so the total would be 12. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So your 2d6s plus your 7, which is your combat bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever those rolls would all be. Okay.
How does the Jaguar feel about that?
Not great. I assume you're using your hand cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you pull out this gigantic. It's basically a rifle, like a musket that has been chopped down, and you unleash hell upon it from. I assume you're just in your tent.
Yeah, I was still laying down.
Just Undertaker sit up and shoot.
Yeah, you're in your tent. You just roll it out from underneath your bed mat and shoot at the gigantic cat. And I'm going to say that is probably going to. It realizes it is outnumbered at this point. There's been a lot of incredibly loud noises, so it is going to beat feet and try and make its escape. Birk, it is your turn.
Oh, it's leaving?
It is trying to looking for a way out right now.
All right. Well, I'm just going to hit it with my mortuary sword as it runs past.
Okay.
Putting the mortuary in mortuary sword, ideally.
Heyo.
Heyo. Oh, that's an 11. So that's a crit.
Okay.
So is that, do I roll and then double it? Or I forget how crits work, if it doubles everything or just your fury dice roll.
That is a good question.
Thank you. I thought so too.
I think with crits you get like an injury roll or something like that. Or is that just based on how much
A
damage?
critical success on an attack action or perilous stunt leaves the target defenseless.
Okay.
That's what it says on the rule
Yep.
sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yes. So you do that. Go ahead and give me damage.
Okay, and I'm going to spend... no, I don't have a punishing weapon, so I just... 6. Got 2, so 9.
All right. So I'm going to say that takes it out. It was on its last legs. And after, let's see, a Zweihander, an arrow, a hand cannon, and another sword, you managed to put the coup de grace on the rather large panther. So there you go, guys. You have endangered an animal.
I return to sleep.
This thing is a gigantic black panther. It is, it's probably the biggest jaguar you all have ever seen. You've probably had a few run-ins here and there, and this one is absolutely gigantic.
Which is it, though? Is it a tiger, a panther, or a jaguar?
Okay. So, panthers are jaguars.
Fair. But...
It is a gigantic black jaguar. Yeah. So, there you go. You have a trophy, I guess?
Yeah. I will clean and dress the animal, basically.
I was
Check
planning-
its belly for gold.
Yeah.
I hear they have golden bellies. Back to sleep.
I think that there is also good eating on those.
I mean, there's eating, but I mean, we are probably, it would help our supplies last longer. I guess that wouldn't hurt, but yeah. I'll certainly eat it.
The barber surgeon Silvio sticks his head out of his tent. Is it over?
Yes, it is over, and perhaps you can discuss with us the proper way for us to dress this. I keep hearing that there is more than one way to skin them.
Is anybody need any attention?
No, we seem to have gotten it before it hurt anybody.
Okay.
The only casualty was Grimaldo's tent.
Yep. I just want to go sleep off my peril, because the jungle sucks.
Okay.
I dream about my brother, Joey Pauldron.
Okay. So that is our first encounter. The next few days in the jungle are, again, I can't stress this enough, god awful. It is such a bad place to be. Why don't you all give me resolve checks?
Resolve under willpower.
So, question.
Awesome.
Yes.
I don't believe that my indifference would apply to this because I've got the talent that says when viewing blood-soaked and visceral scenes of death, I always agree to resolve checks, but this is different, I'm guessing.
This is just the jungle really blows. That's the kind of situation. All right.
I fail.
I've got a 22.
Okay.
I actually make it.
In an odd sort of way, this place is somewhat pleasant. I mean, once you get used to the angry buzzing, the crazy roaring, and the wildlife that really wants to kill us, it's not bad.
We have to become humble in front of this overwhelming misery and overwhelming fornication, overwhelming growth and overwhelming lack of order. Even the stars up here, they look like a mess. There's no harmony in the universe.
Can you back up that truck a second? You said something about fornication, because I don't think we are in the same jungle.
You can't hear it all around you?
The obscenity of the jungle.
Exactly.
The wind whispers to the trees, "Fuck you. You guys suck."
The wind whispers,
God damn, all these fucking panthers. All right.
More kitties. Okay.
uh,
By the end of this, I am sure we will all have fur cloaks, yes?
Guess I reload my pistol.
Yeah. It only takes 10 minutes.
I'm trying to find how you actually determine peril damage.
I mean, isn't there like, it's like damage, like other damage? Yeah, you have like a threshold.
It's kind of like sand. You just roll something that makes sense for.
Okay.
It's usually some number of 1d10s or d6s.
Okay. So anybody that failed their resolve test, you will take 6 peril damage. So if you look at your sheet where it says peril threshold next to all your skills and stuff like that, if that meets or goes over the number in the box, let me know.
It went over.
So just move your little dot up to imperiled from unhindered.
Unless you're already imperiled.
No, I think it was unhindered.
Yes.
Okay.
You should be. So that just means, again, you're on edge. You're not taking any drawbacks right now, but if, say, something else super, super stressful happens, it will move you up again, and then you'll start taking some negative
Is that
penalties.
the same as like hit points?
It works similar. So your peril is basically your mental, and then you actually have on the second sheet damage threshold that they work the same way, basically. But
Oh, all right, cool.
So, question, will a leadership role help with that?
You know what?
Well,
sure.
Just because, I mean, I've got the skill, I might as well try it for something. Huh? 35 out of 44.
Okay. So you, what kind of rousing speech do you give to the men?
Hey, don't worry, we have already seen the biggest perils that the jungle can throw at us. As far as the biggest that Mother Nature has, there was a lovely little kitty cat, and we got through it without a scratch, despite it having these big scratchy claws. Now look at us. We're doing good. We're still walking. We're still singing. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. I think those are birds chirping. Might as well make the best of it.
Give me an awareness roll, David.
18?
Okay. So you notice the movement, just so you have sort of like that parallax between like the foreground and the background, and you see something move back there. You see like a little bit of like some vegetation rustle and movement going on.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think those are birds chirping. Crossbow.
Give me a, I guess it would be simple range. Give me your crossbow attack.
43 under 60.
Dodge. Nope, he does not. So you whip out your crossbow and launch a bolt into the forest, and you hear ah! And then some arrows return fire. Again, we're back into combat.
Huzzah!
Oh no! Oh no! The people we were trying to kill.
Yes.
They're trying to kill us.
Should I roll to see how badly I hit that dude?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Okay. So my crossbow is fast, punishing, and weak, so I am going to do the extra fury.
Okay.
Holy shit, pair of sixes.
Okay, so 6s are exploding.
So that is another 3 and a 4, so 12 plus 7 plus my damage bonus, which is 8. So that's 27?
Okay. So yes, so you kill that guy. You get him right between the eyes. So that's one of them down. So yes, so we'll use the same initiative as before. The cadet yells ambush and fires his arquebus into the fray as some of the tribesmen come barreling out of the woods, firing arrows and throwing, actually come swinging at you with some very large, nasty-looking clubs. And that's going to probably hit. Right. Yes. It does. Plus 6. What is this combat bonus? 7. That's 10. Alright, so he lands a blow on one guy. Then it is not the Panther. Barber Surgeon is not going to do anything. So Ross or Caleb, what would you like to do?
Fire blindly into the woods.
Okay.
With my big tripod rifle thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Arba, whatever.
Yes.
Arbacus.
Blindly into the woods. I miss by 1. But there's lots of smoke.
Yes. There's a nice smoke screen goes up as you fire into the dense vegetation all around you. Okay. Ross?
I guess I will fire my bow. So we can see the tribesmen attacking us now?
You can see some of them, yes. There's 1 or 2 that are visible to you.
Are they firing back with bows and arrows, or are they like charging us with spears or anything?
There's a couple shooting at you. You can see a few shooting at you with bows, and there's 1 or 2 trying to get in close with some clubs.
Oh, okay. I will shoot at one of the people charging with the club.
Okay.
20, that's a hit.
Let's see if he can dodge it. Ooh, he gets an ought too.
Well, is it in blackjack rules?
True. So yes, you do manage to land your blow. So go ahead and give me damage.
Let's see here. For the little tip there, Birk. It is 13.
13. Okay.
Pew. That's the sound my bow makes. It's a special bow.
Uh-huh. All right, so you land a blow on one of the guys coming in at you. He, the arrow sinks deep into him, and it causes him to kind of halt for a moment. Then Birk, it is your turn.
All right. I will also return fire with my light cross.
Okay.
Oh, do I have a dot? Sure hope I do. I do. Okay. So that hits. It is punishing, so I'm going to spend an extra AP to roll 2 Fury. Okay. Oh, 5. Boo. So 12.
12?
Yep.
Okay. That will
7 plus 3 plus 2. So.
All right. And we'll move it back to the top. David, you've got a couple guys moving in close. to try and get at you, and a couple fellas shooting arrows. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go after one of the clubbers. The one that is currently unwounded, because there's one with an arrow sticking out of him, and I'm going to not swing at that one.
Okay.
And I have got a 17.
Okay. He's going to try to parry that, but I don't think it's going to work. No, that does not. All right. So give me a damage roll.
And I am going to punish him.
All right.
6 and a 1. So let me re-roll for that 6. And that is a 4. So 11 on the die plus 8, so 19.
19. All right. So you will severely mess up that guy. Actually, I will go ahead and just say you outright kill him. You bring that big old sword down right on him. He goes under. Okay. And back to the cadet. He is going to spend his turn reloading. And then it's Ross or Caleb again.
I can go. I'll just fire my pistol.
Okay.
I make that.
Okay.
24 out of 57.
All right. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
6s explode, right?
Correct.
How many times?
Every time you get a 6, it continues to explode until you don't get a 6 anymore.
Okay, so 16 plus whatever my number is for that.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
16 plus 7, I guess. So
25. Oh, wait, no, 23. Let's not make it worse than it is. 23.
That's enough. Sis, so you managed to just you managed to ace a guy like with your second shot.
That was the hand cannon.
Okay. So I think you need to reload next turn then. Ross?
Is anyone close into melee with me, or am I still free to shoot?
You're still free to shoot.
Okay. I will put arrow into a person defending his homeland.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you already put one into him. Why not put another?
Yeah, 29. That's still a hit.
Okay. Give me damage.
Oh, he doesn't have a dodge.
No, there's a lot going on. I'll say that he is.
All right. That is only a 7 this time.
Okay. That's still enough to do some damage. All right. So, Birk, you would like to do your turn?
Yeah, I mean,
Birk,
if there are people that are within... Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if there are people within melee range, then I'll help clear them out so other people can keep shooting.
Yes. Okay.
That's a miss. 89.
All right. So yeah, so you try and engage one of the guys coming up close with the club, and he just swiftly dodges your blow as you go wide, I guess. And then they're going to shoot some arrows and make some attacks.
Oh no.
That arrow is miss. That one's going to critically miss. I don't know what the hell happens there, but it's not good. I guess his bow breaks.
He shot an arrow in the air. It came to earth in his buddy's hair.
And one is going to try and run up and club at you there, Birk.
Okay.
But he also misses. It is just
Right off the shield.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a big old cudgel, and he comes at you, and it just bonk Okay. And back to the top one more time. David, what would you like to do?
Okay, are there any more of them within sword range?
There's the one engaged with Birk at the moment. So if you'd like to flank him, you certainly can.
I sure will.
You'll get a +10 to this roll.
Okay. So, funny story.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to critically fumble, but that +10 makes it a critical success. I rolled a 66.
Cool. All right. So yeah, I will just say with that obviously he's been doing a little bit of back and forth with Jacob there, and Lotte, you just come in and hack him right in two with your massive unwieldy sword. I'm gonna say with that they kind of all of the attacking people kind of have a realization that this isn't going well for them, and they are going to attempt to retreat. Are any of you going to pursue, or are you just going to let them go?
I'm definitely going to let them go because
jungle sucks. I'm not pursuing.
Okay.
Yeah, they know this jungle. We do not.
I know this jungle. I mean, not the specific jungle, but I know the jungle in general. But
okay.
I'm not going to go after them.
All right. So you all decide not to pursue, and this very upsets Fernando, the cadet. It's like, what are you doing? We have to get after them. We have to find out where they're going. And he just kind of charges off after them.
That's fine. He can do that.
Okay.
As he starts to go past, I'm going to hit with the flat of the blade. Just take his feet out from under him.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. See if he can attempt to dodge this.
29.
18. He does not succeed. So yes, you trip him up. And he's, what are you doing? We have to get after. What do you pick me up?
Smart thought is we do not go off running into the booby-trapped jungle. We know they've got booby traps, and there's at least one of these that is still breathing long enough that we can ask him. I think. Did we kill everybody?
Anybody here is dead, aside from y'all.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We can track them and figure out the safe way to run off into the jungle as opposed to running off all nilly-willy. This is how we've lived so far. We do things the smart way. We don't run off into stupid jungle by ourselves.
It would be pretty easy to track them. Like, they're bleeding and panic.
Follow the bloodstains and the panic and the brown marks they're leaving on the ground.
Fine.
I mean, look, we just cut one of their friends in half. At least one of their friends in half.
Fine then. Reload. We'll just have to continue on then, I suppose.
Did they look like they were heading back in the direction that we think their pyramids are set up?
Scattered into the woods, and then after a certain distance, you're not directly following. You would think that's probably, a direction that you could use to get there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But without a hot pursuit, or you could give me a scrutinize or survival roll to see if you can maybe pick out.
Definitely survival.
Okay.
I was about to say, we've got a gamekeeper. He probably knows how to follow trails.
Oh, that's critical failure.
Nope, you've never. It's like they disappeared.
Aw. Could have gotten lost. Yeah. I had a 52 in it, and I rolled a 77. That's definitely a crit failure. Let's see here. and none of my talents really apply to this.
What role is it to charge blindly forward into the green hell?
We also have the fortune points you can reroll or whatever with, right? Or
yes.
I don't think you can do that with crit failures.
Can't do that with a crit, though.
Ooh.
To blindly run, I'm just going to say you can do that. If you want to just like actually run, give me an athletics roll.
Sure, forward. We got to get this moving.
Okay.
I didn't see any gold on the dead people, so
Yes.
We didn't even take time to loot the bodies.
All right, I have a 52 in charging blindly forward into the woods. 22. Apparently, I'm very good at it.
Okay, yeah, you are charging through the woods. You're getting such a pace that you are just leaving everybody else in the dust. So
Cool.
yeah. So Grimaldo, give me. Oh, geez, what would be the? Give me a scrutinize or an awareness.
They're both pretty shitty, so gonna
Choose the one
shot.
that's slightly less shitty.
All right, the dice roller told me 36, and I have 44 in it.
Okay, so that's actually not terrible. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay, so that's. So you charge off in the woods, and everybody else just kind of quickly loses you, and that's when you hear that noise, that strange sort of clicking. You've been hearing it now and then as you've been charging through the woods. You figured it's just some sort of bird or maybe another smaller panther of some sort, something along those lines. And then you see sort of a shape move through the forest ahead of you, like a heat wave of some sort. And that's when
There.
There you go. Good. Thank you.
So you hear it first as a very large, unusual arrow goes flying right past your face. What are you gonna do?
I fire in the direction the arrow came from.
Okay. Give me. Okay. So this is gonna be a mechanic called flip to fail. So roll your attack, and then if it was going to succeed, flip it.
Wait, what?
So when you roll 2d10, if it's to roll your attack,
So
if
I'm
it
not
comes
rolling
up,
100.
yeah. So you're rolling your d100.
Okay.
If it comes up like success, flip the two dice. So your 10s becomes your 1s, and your 1s become your 10.
All right, I did that. I got a 24, and then it turned into a 42.
Is that still a failure, or is that still a success?
I think I have 57 in arquebus.
All right.
Yeah.
So so either way, you managed to shoot in the correct direction. Go ahead and roll me. So roll me damage.
Okay. That's a D6, right?
It's a D6 plus your combat
Whatever
bonus.
the number is.
Mm-hmm. Be a 7.
So 11
11.
with everything. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 4.
So you fire towards the shape in the arrow, and it seems to hit something, but you can't really tell what. And then it starts moving towards you. it's growing in size. What are you gonna do?
Well, hand cannon's loaded too, so
Okay.
might as well fire that. Go get him. Go get him, Grimaldo. Is this flip to fail as well?
Yes.
I got 10. So if I flip that, it's a 1?
Yeah, I suppose. Yes, that would.
Yeah, because
I guess that succeeds.
Yes, that is an automatic success. Not a critical, but it is
Mhm.
an automatic. So go ahead and roll me damage again.
Can I use one of those point things that gives me an extra D6?
Sure, go right ahead.
A fortune point, or
Action points.
All right, I got a 5 and a 6. And then I re-roll the 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then another 5. So 16 plus 7 is... Yeah, 22? No,
23.
No, 23, yeah.
Okay. So with that one, is this the right? Wait. Nope, that's not the right one. There it is. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I have to remember what keys I put the witch. You fire your hand cannon and the shot goes out, and you see this splash of glowing like yellow green liquid come out of this shape, and then it is on you.
Cool.
These two large blades come out of the shape as it swings down at you. So yeah. Would you like to dodge, or would you like to just be okay?
Probably want to dodge.
All right. So give me a coordination roll.
Which one's that?
Should be under agility. It looks like you have a 57.
I have that. All right, cool.
Mhm. Yeah, to be pretty coordinated to ride a horse and like fire guns and swing swords.
Grimaldo. So coordination gives you 10. I have a 47, so that makes it a 57.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, I got lucky. Or is it a flip thing?
No, that's a regular. Just make a straight up
56 out of 57.
56 out of 57?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, okay. He rolled a 53, so you're really lucky. So you just see this thing come swinging at you, and you manage to tuck and roll at just the right time. This whatever this thing is, this ghost in the forest is swinging at you.
Can I come up with my saber, I guess?
Sure, I'll say if you want to drop your guns, you can come up with your saber in hand.
Yeah, sure. They're not loaded.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm going to have time for that.
Nope.
Hopefully my friends are coming to the 2 gunshots in the jungle and the monster screams.
It's going to take them a little bit of time because you were...
No, he cleared a path.
This is true. Fair. All right. So you're going to try and attack the floating machetes in front of you?
Fuck yes, I want one of these guys to give Danny Glover my gun. So I'm going to saber attack it. Why not?
Okay. All right. Give me a...
What are you hiding under that invisibility cloak? Is it gold?
How was your invisibility cloak powered? Gold?
Could be gold down there.
Could be gold. We don't know what gold can do.
All right, I'm gonna
Very
attack
mysterious.
with my saber then. Holy shit! I have never rolled better. 4.
A 4. Okay, that's that's both good and bad. He is going to parry. And he rolls a 30. So we're going by blackjack rules.
Yeah.
He does parry your saber, so he just swings these big claws, these big, double machete blades out of his arm, and knocks your sword away. And then he's going to try and follow it up with his own attack. I will say after this, everybody else can start showing up. If you all want to give me athletics rolls to see who gets there first.
Yeah, I can do
that. Okay. So Caleb,
I just crit failed.
Okay. So you go the wrong direction.
Yep, I sure did.
Worst
Caleb,
Gamekeeper.
do you want to give me a parry?
Is that the same as my saber skill, or is that a
Yes,
separate?
it would be the same as your saber skill.
Yeah, who can know in Zweihander? I got a 40.
A 40. Okay. So he rolled a 59, which is better than your 40. So oh boy. Let's see how this goes.
Exploding dice.
No. Wait, you haven't spent any fortune points yet. I can't spend any of them. Because when you spend a fortune point, I get a fortune point, then I get to spend it, and then it goes away. So
And those points I spent for extra die on the cannon don't count?
Nope.
we're using fortune points for those?
I don't know. I just
No,
told me I could...
You're using action points for that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess
that
I
was
did.
only for the punishing weapons.
Yeah, it was just the punishing hand cannon shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, how much damage do I take? Hit me with it.
You are going to take 13 damage.
All right, my threshold is 10. What does munition plates do?
That's already factored in.
Already factored in, okay.
Yes.
So I'm over.
So you go over one, so you're going to move up your track to a lightly wounded.
Okay. Can I see it yet?
You can definitely. It's still cloaked, because we all know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right up next to it. You can make out its shape.
Do I would have a powder horn on me, right?
Yeah.
What would it take to dump powder on him? Like gunpowder.
Oh, that's going to make that wound sting.
That's just like a generic. That's just under the stunt rules.
Yeah, I would say that'd probably be dirty tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am clicking all the wrong pages.
I just kind of want to haul off and hit him with a powder horn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So make a guile test.
Guile. Can I do that untrained? It's down in fellowship. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have an asterisk,
Yep.
so yeah.
Yep.
Just use
Oh, I failed that.
Okay.
I didn't critically fail, but I whipped with my powder horn.
So I'm saying, so you try to just hit him with it, just like clobber it and like make it explode all over him, or are you like, okay? So I'm just gonna say, like, you go and you swing with your powder horn and your offhand, and you just miss. Like he's this thing, like as big as it is also pretty quick, so it is avoiding your blows with the powder horn. So that is one action point. Would you like to do another attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can give me a melee attack if you would like.
So I guess I got powder horn in one hand and sword in the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think this is a good dice roller. I got a 56 again.
Okay.
Not kidding.
I believe you. I trust y'all.
I don't trust this dice roller. I need to find a different dice roller.
No.
See if he can.
Are you using the Google one?
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah, he does not parry. Go ahead and roll me damage.
I'd use DiceBot, but it would break Discord because,
Oh,
it's too much.
too much. It's a vulnerable little dice roller.
Yeah. So it's going to be 7 plus a 1d6. A 1, so 8.
Okay. That is not going to be enough. You bring your saber down and you just kind of, it bounces like right off of his shoulder as you swing it down. So what was everybody's? I see Davis succeeded. Birk, were you chasing after?
Oh, yeah, that was athletics.
Mhm.
Dot net, I don't. Okay, yeah, 17 out of 46.
Then let's see. What the barber surgeon isn't going to be rushing after anybody.
Did he pull a hammy? It sounds like he pulled a hammy.
Yes, he's an old man. And thanks. Oh no! The cadet rolled a 44, so that is a critical failure.
Nice.
So he falls the gamekeeper. Which is what happens there.
We're
Then
just
they
off
realize,
having our own adventure. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yes, Lotte, you see Grimaldo with saber and powder horn in hand, fighting what appears to be a pair of floating, like machetes, in the small. I wouldn't necessarily call it a clearing, but is this kind of trampled down spot of vegetation. What are you gonna do?
Christ, a pest. I'm going to run in, and I'm going to swing at where it looks like his enemy might be based on his eyes, his stance, where he's swinging the saber. Fuck, I don't know, but if my companion is fighting a ghost in the middle of the jungle, I'm fucking fighting that ghost. Because
Okay.
and that is a 44.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Noah.
It's quite all right. So that is a critical success. He is going to attempt to parry. See if he can't deflect that. That does not succeed. All right. Go ahead and roll me damage.
So since it's a punishing, I am going to add the 1.
Okay.
So I'm going to... Yeah, so it's a 6 and a 4. Reroll for the 6. And I've got another 4. So that's going to be 14 and 8 is 22.
22. All right. So again, you land your blow and it sinks deep into this thing's shoulder. It's going to move up its track one more time. Before it kind of flings you off. And then Jacob, you come into the scene. You see Grimaldo and Lotte like squaring off against this now like kind of glowing shape in the jungle. What are you gonna do?
I mean, I'm just gonna swing at the big green splatters.
Okay.
So 42, which flips to a 24, so that hits either way.
Okay. Let me see if I can't parry you.
Well, isn't he defenseless because of my crit?
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That is true. Go ahead.
6. 18.
18. All right.
We had to be getting into inflicting actual wounds here.
Yes. No, you're actually doing some pretty decent damage on him.
Right. Because my sword is vicious, so it has an extra d6 for wound. wounds.
Yes. Let me. How do we determine injury? Okay. So yeah, roll me some chaos die to see if you inflict an injury.
Do you want the sum of the die or the individual rolls? It's a
They
4 and a
are
5.
they're each individual. So they have to get a 6
Okay.
on to actually. If you roll a 6 on the chaos die roll, that's when they actually take an injury. Otherwise, they're just they're just the wounded. Okay. I'll say eventually the cadet and the gamekeeper, Humberto and Fernando, figure out they're going the wrong way and will turn around. So they're
all the roaring's probably a clue.
Yeah.
And the screaming.
Okay.
Ran away, brave Sir Robin.
No, I advanced just in the wrong direction.
That's
It's a pincer attack.
a retreat. Is just an advance in a different direction.
Yeah, it's a pincher attack. You see, yeah. Birk gets it.
Types of action.
I was reconnoitering. Yeah.
Gardner 6.
Okay. So
Might be eels there.
let me make sure what is. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. And then it is going to use its Spitfire, air quotes, on Lotte.
What's it trying to do?
It's going to spit fire at you. So you can dodge, or if you have a shield, you can parry.
I mean, if you've seen a Zweihander, he doesn't have a shield.
Yes.
I do not, so I will dodge.
Okay. Let me make sure I am reading this correctly. Liber. No. Just want to make sure if I have to actually roll for this or if it's just a straight up automatically hit unless you dodge it type thing. As a ranged weapon. Okay. We'll roll. Both its range are the same. So we'll roll that. What did you roll there, David?
I rolled a 42, which is my dodge directly on it. So
Okay.
right on the number.
All right. So what happens is after you land this blow and you rear back for another strike, a gout of blue-green fire and lightning comes off of this thing's shoulder, and you manage to just barely tuck out of the way as it comes at you, and then it is going to basically it is going to run away. It has gotten itself into a bit of a jam. It did not expect all of you to be able to hit it quite so easily. So it will make a coordination roll to get out of here. Okay, and that succeeds. So yeah, so this thing, it again, it roars at you. I won't do the sound effect again. I've already done enough. It roars at you, and after it shoots this gout of fire, and like whips itself around, and as it does, it's the kind of cloaking field on it dissipates. You see glimpses of its true form, this large, 7-8 foot tall reptilian like creature with these long black dreadlocks coming off of it as it kind of strikes and kind of it does that sort of thing where it swings kind of wildly just to kind of get itself some space, and then it starts climbing up a tree, and again goes invisible. And as it gets further away from you, you're having a harder time seeing it. Anybody like to attempt any parting shots.
My guns are not loaded, so yes. I'm not sure.
I guess I do have a bow. If I'm
I can
finally made.
crossbow it.
Okay.
Crit failure.
Oh, Ross.
Yep.
So your bowstring snaps.
All right.
Aw.
You'll be without your
Aw.
bow for a while. Which, I mean, this is basically going to be the end of the combat. Well, what did you get, Birk?
16, which is it flip to fail?
Yes.
Then it fails. Yes.
Okay. So this thing quickly makes its escape. You see the splatters of this glowing blood, you assume. And yeah, y'all have just encountered a demon in the jungles. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go home.
Unhealed grumble.
I'm going to look at the blood.
Mm-hmm. It's not gold.
Like, smell it, I guess. It's
Taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah, taste it. Do other normal 1500 things.
It's this weird, glowing, acrid blood. It's like battery acid. If you knew what battery acid was. Yeah, you've never seen anything like this. It's kind of fucking with y'all. Go ahead. I'll say that because it was like the heat of the moment and everything, you weren't quite processing it. But go ahead and give me resolve checks, everybody. You've seen this nightmarish demonic thing.
Not this time, but I still succeeded. 7.
Okay.
Critical success.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm really perturbed by my bowstring breaking. I don't even think about the implications. Like, God damn it. God.
Yeah,
Just replaced it.
Yeah, the jungle, the moisture here, it's probably bad for the bowstrings. What with, the giant cats, the angry natives, the hell demons popping up out of nowhere, and bowstrings. Yeah.
I guess I'll reload my guns.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Thousands of years.
The Fernando is like, what the hell? What the hell was that? What? There's demons?
Jungle's
what is
haunted.
going?
Yeah.
They're using gold to fuel some sort of native magic, bribing devils with it. We should take the gold from them to stop their corruption of this obscene jungle.
Good thinking.
Forward to the gold. For God. I guess.
Maybe this demon took Joey Pauld's. I'll chase it also.
Okay.
Joey Pauld's, no.
So you can give me probably a scrutinize if you're trying to track the.
Do we want to track the demon, or do we want to track the people who ran from the demon?
No, they ran from us. They didn't. The demon's in concert with them. That's obvious.
Demon obviously has more gold, so
Demon. Yep.
All right.
Jungle's not big enough for 2 demons, so we're gonna go kill it.
Yeah.
23 out of 44 to track its big glowy blood trail.
Okay. Yeah, you get a good idea of where you think it's going. Obviously, is now moving amongst the trees. You would imagine, but you find bits like droplets here and there of its blood, and you can kind of gauge where it is going. This thing is moving incredibly quickly, though. You don't know if you're going to be able to catch up with it.
For something with a couple of sword-shaped holes in it, and a couple of bullet-shaped holes in it, that's spitting fire, this thing can move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
No, he's pretty damn fast. So I will say that you spend the rest of the day trying to track this thing down, and you're definitely moving in a direction.
That's
yes.
reassuring.
Yes, you're going to a place, but you don't catch up with it tonight. So you break to make camp, and yeah, no, you probably would. Is anybody going to try and keep eye for the night?
Sure. I've been rolling so well lately.
Yeah. So give me an awareness. I'll say that you're probably like repairing your bow.
Yep. A 9.
A 9? Okay.
I'm generally aware of things.
Yes.
I'm also going to hide. Like, I'm going to take up a concealed position.
Okay. So give me a stealth.
All right. And you would say this counts as a rural setting?
Yes, I would.
All right. So I get a plus 20 bonus on that. So I definitely make that. With a 42.
Okay. So you are very well hidden, and you can, with your awareness, you don't really see anything, but you definitely you hear it. You hear it way off in the distance, almost as if it was crushing up like some pottery and mixing it with goop to heal itself.
Goop. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You get the feeling that it is preparing itself again.
Yeah, I guess if it needed a hospital, to go to like a pottery barn or something.
Yes.
All right.
Ye old 15th century Guatemalan pottery barn.
Yeah.
Had to start somewhere.
Yeah. So the next day you continue your search, and in doing so, you actually, yeah, you know what? Let's say you start running into like what appear to be stone structures in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very old and overgrown. But there's no denying that there was some sort of building here at one point. If you would like to give me scrutinize, you could tell if there's gold or not.
Can I make a folklore check?
Nice.
Of all the things to fail, the gold. No.
Can I make a folklore check to try and figure out what kind of group this belonged to?
Sure. What did you say, David?
I got a 46 out of 48 on the scrutinize.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend a fortune point to flip that. To make my folklore check.
Okay. Yeah, so scrutinize. It's not gold. But it is a lot older than you kind of expected. There's definitely some, like, inlaid metals, things like that here. Maybe not like, so maybe some like semi-precious stones, no like, big ass diamonds or emeralds or anything like that, but some lapis or turquoise, things like those.
Okay.
And then Ross, your folklore, you want to know like what kind of culture?
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell, this is definitely some sort of Maya architecture. It's very, very similar. It feels a lot older, maybe the very, very early Mayan Empire. But this is it's definitely in line with other Mayan structures. It's just much older.
Okay. I've never heard of this group. Well, I mean, so aside from it being older, I don't know any. Like, I haven't heard any stories about this or anything like that.
So I will say, what did you get a critical success?
No, just a 28. I had to
Okay.
flip it with a fortune point.
I would say that you've probably heard, like, again, the rumors about this one particular group. But the thing you kind of keep coming back to are stories of not necessarily like sacrifice, but of competition or like a great game or something along those lines. Where the rumor was that the people of this tribe would, during particular years during the summer, would entreat the gods for for gifts, for bounty and things like that. But in doing so, they would then have to combat and outsmart the gods in the jungle.
Did it ever specify what kind of gifts they would get? That kind of thing.
I mean, it would vary. It would be, from wealth to knowledge to things, like all sorts of things. It just kind of depends. Not every time were they successful, but occasionally there would be, and it would be a great boon upon the people.
Okay, so I will tell the others this and be like, we should try and capture the demon, and then we can force it to tell us where all its treasure is. So we shouldn't kill it, we should try and capture it.
Okay. I'm just using my rondel dagger to pop these stones out of the, or, popping the gemstones out of the stonework and just, yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah.
I'm quiet.
We
Sorry,
can make a big net.
Screamy sloth. Let me see if I can get this. Hey, would you say that this is a precious metal or a semi-precious metal here? This right here, this inlay.
I don't know what those terms mean. But we should make a big net. I can. What would that be to make a net?
So traps, rudimentary traps like an ensnarement, a pit trap, man traps, or like a tripwire alarm are all going to be based off of survival.
Okay.
Complex traps would be like, a pendulum or something like that would be a trade craft.
Okay.
Oh, I've actually got. So okay. I think what we need to do is have a montage where we take off our armor, and we build these crazy, crazy traps all around us, and we show off our guns while we do that. Take a look at the muscles. Let's make some muscle.
Off my armor.
Neither do I, even for a montage. But okay. we can do the armored up montage. But
so. If you would like to set up an ensnarement trap like a net or like a one of those leg traps, that would be an easy survival test. That's a plus 20 to your roll.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe we just create a simple pit or a simple net trap and like just set us as a bait and we can use the structures to kind of funnel it. Like if we set up a camp that's obviously undefended from one angle and then set the trap up at that angle. And we should be able to get the net on it. Then we can just pummel it with clubs until it begs for mercy.
Grimaldo starts shaving with his saber.
Okay, so I think that that is a good idea, yes, but I'm going to go a little bit more, shall we say, Stokesian on this. I'm going to set up what looks like a obvious trap that is easy to spot but still somewhat camouflaged. Of, spikes in this little area right here. But if you go around the spikes, then the spear trap that will trigger from either side on, loose block will go off. I want to set up a trap to where it's like if you step around the obvious trap, you fall into the one that's very unobvious and even more spiky and deadly and severe tire damagey.
Yeah, but if
Okay.
we kill it, we can't get its revealed secrets to us. This tribe was given gifts every year by the demon. And
Yes,
yeah,
which is why we need to best it. And
but if we
here's the
fear
thing.
it, we could kill it, and then it can't talk to us.
It took 3 different arquebus shots and a Zweihander at close range, and it still ran away through the trees. I don't think a couple of sharp wooden spears are going to kill it. But it may hold it in place long enough that we can club it.
Well, you can make your trap, and I'll make my trap. I'll make a nice net trap over this.
Perhaps offer it a selection of muffins?
Yeah. I will. We get it in the net, and then we club it. All of us surround it and just keep clubbing it until it begs for mercy. Pretty obvious. We can break all of its bones. We just can't kill it. Or most bones. Yeah.
Fernando pipes up and agrees with you there, Humberto. Yes, we should attempt to trap this creature, this demon, and make it spew forth its knowledge. We'll put our all of our wits to this thing and make it submit. So he is going to say that we should do you should definitely do the ensnarement, and then we can set up some man traps, so effectively like a bear trap or something along those lines, as sort of a funneling measure.
Okay. I'll start working on the net.
So like I said, the ensnarement is going to be an easy, so that's +10 to your +20 to your survival, whereas the man traps are a -10 to the survival check.
Okay.
I thought you said tradecraft?
They would be survival. Complex traps, so if you wanted to make like a gas trap or something along those lines, that would be more complex.
Okay.
I'm going to call over pauldrons.
I'll go for the survival, the complex traps, the man traps.
Okay. So you roll survival at -10.
You may dig a hole somewhere. You just say so, boss.
Pauldrons.
Yeah. Hey.
They try and hide gold from us. I say we bleed them real slow. Leave them here. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're fucked because we're building man traps, and what out there ain't no man.
It bleeds. It can die. Then I take off my conquistador and just start cutting into my chest for some reason. Staring into the jungle. Yeah. Yeah, Grimaldo's contributing.
Okay, so what are we looking at for rolls? So you got 36 under 48 for your trap there, David?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the man traps.
Yes. So you are getting the man traps set up successfully. You know how to get some vines and all sorts of like trees and manage to carve out some spikes to get them in the proper position, and you coordinate with Humberto to like with the proper path into the kind of killing field. Humberto, how are you looking?
I got rolled the 2652.
Okay.
Or actually 72 because I succeeded at making a big ass net trap.
You did.
Yeah.
You've got a big ass net. You've managed to kind of funnel it in through the man traps.
Mm-hmm. I guess it would be the kind that would drop down, like you walk on hit a trigger, tripwire, and then like the net falls on you. Pretty basic, but yeah. The big ass strong reinforced net. Yeah. I'm also going to make myself a club. Like a big old, just,
Yeah, you can.
Club. Yeah. I can look up the damage on that. Problem. Simple melee. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm. It's probably just going to be CB plus 1d6, and then whatever. I don't think
probably fragile.
I don't think they can do injuries. That's like the thing with those.
Improvised weapons can't do more than like moderate injuries, I think.
Right.
Oh, Trump literally called Fosse an alarmist. Nice. Going full Chernobyl on this.
Oh boy.
3.6 rocking. Not great. Not too bad.
All right. Let me see. Okay. All right. Ensnarement trap. I want to re-rig from the top. Deadfall variant. All right. Okay. So how are you tempting the demon into your traps? Are you just going to literally stand out there and carve on your chest and scream?
That's my
maybe be a little more subtle. Like we set up a camp with the trap outlet, like sort of with a blind spot, and kind of like we're pretending like, aha, we totally defeated that demon. Aha, it's scared of us. It'll never come back. So yeah, that's my idea of a ruse. It's just like do. We're definitely not worried about the demon anymore. Yeah.
Hey, remember that time we faced off with that demon? Ha ha ha. No.
Yeah, basically.
It comes in the evening. You hear its telltale noises. And let's see. What did you roll again, Ross, for your
26?
26. Oh,
yeah, some dice rolling.
Let's see if he is aware enough to notice what y'all are doing.
What will it do?
See, I was figuring it would notice the first set of traps. That's why I made the man traps hidden-ish.
Okay.
Like
okay,
the
yeah,
idea.
it definitely okay. You hear the man traps go off. You hear the sort of that telltale like snap as they kind of close on something.
Mm-hmm.
And do you all check, or do you just ready yourselves immediately to see if the net trap works?
Does it sound like it? Did it sound so? I can't tell if the net trap worked or not.
You haven't heard it go off. You haven't heard it like loose itself, or there's no like howling of it being captured.
Okay.
It's a trick. We stay right here.
Yeah, we'll stay right here.
Okay. Give me awareness then.
These demons, they are canny. It is in their nature.
I'll make that.
Odd 8.
Okay. Grimaldo, Jacob, are you paying attention or are you sleeping?
I'll pay attention.
I'm paying attention. 36. So yes.
Okay.
What are we rolling again?
Awareness.
Awareness. Okay. Oh no. Oh yeah, I failed.
Okay. You could spend a fortune point to flip that.
Nah, fuck it. Grimaldo's carving the word gold in Spanish on a tree, trying to trick the demon, and yeah.
Okay. So your net trap does not go off. You notice again the shape through the trees. You're like, you're keeping your eyes. You know this thing can move up and down pretty quickly, and then you spot it as its eyes, they shimmer and glow, and it unleashes another bolt of that fire at you all. So, Lotte, you want to give me a dodge?
I do. That is a 39 out of 42.
Damn, you are just killing it. So yes, another bolt of that fire comes streaking out of the sky towards you. And the creature roars and fires and it looses an arrow in y'all's direction as well. Let's see.
I'm gonna try and goad the creature into like charging into us by just standing there and like, come on, come kill me.
You gotta do it. There you go.
Yeah.
So you're just standing there goading it on. You are not going to try and dodge its attack.
Nope.
Okay, so it hits.
Right.
Let's see, agility bonus plus.
If I'm standing next to him, I can parry in his stead with my shield wall as a man-at-arms.
Does that allow parrying of projectiles?
I guess not with this shield. No.
Okay.
If I had a different shield, I could. I have a heater shield for Mingush, and it's not the big metal shield with protective on it.
Tower shield or whatever.
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort.
Sure.
If you find your brother, tell him I existed.
I'll let Joey know.
So it does. What does 13 do to you?
It's not that bad. Well, it's not great, but where is it? Damage I showed a 6, so that's 2 wounds. So I'm at moderately wounded.
Okay. Blech. So yeah, so you take this big ass arrow, comes streaking out of from the demon and just nails Humberto directly in the chest. So we'll start from the top of our continued initiative. David, Lotte, what are you gonna do?
Do I know stuff is happening now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go last.
Yeah, you know it is things are going on. You just didn't spot it before it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna crossbow him.
Okay. So this is going to be a flip to fail. So roll it, and then if it is a success, you flip it, and if it's a still success, you still hit. But you need to flip it. Flip your
Okay,
roll.
so I rolled a 35, which flips to a 53, which is still under my 60.
Okay.
And it is fast, punishing, and weak. I'm not sure.
Okay. Different qualities. Fast, I want to say is yes, I have a lower chance of parrying, dodge or parrying it, and then punishing is you can spend an additional action point to add an extra fury die, and then weak just means it can only do moderate or serious injuries, never grievous.
Okay.
So he is going to attempt to dodge your bolt. And he does not. Damn. So go ahead and roll me damage.
Adding the fury.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a 6 and a 2. Let me re-roll the 6. Second 6 on a different die. And a 5. So that's 19 plus 8, so 27.
Whew. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. The Sellsword is a beast. So, all right. So you managed to land an extremely effective attack on this creature. It kind of assumed that its fiery blast would incapacitate you, but apparently not. Then it is the cadet's turn. It is going to try and shoot. It misses. Then it is Ross.
I shoot arrow. 21. That would be hit.
Let's see if he's going to be able to dodge this at all. No, because I'm rolling like shit. All right, so give me some damage.
9.
9. Okay, that is not going to do it. Your arrow just kind of planks off of him.
Oh no.
Then Caleb.
So what range am I at compared to it?
It's like up in a tree, so it's not super far away. I would say it is within your gun ranges.
All right, I guess I'll shoot the big arquebus. Yeah. Holy shit! 33.
Oh boy! All right.
So that's defenseless, right?
Yes, you make him defenseless.
Can I
go ahead?
I don't know what I'm spending for the dice thing. Like to get the extra die. Oh no, I can't do that.
So,
for this one. Okay.
You have 3 action points, so it's like 3 things you can do. Some things like your reload take more action points than others.
Yeah.
And with any weapons that have punishing, if you have a leftover action point, you can spend that to add an extra fury die.
Well, okay, I don't have that then. So just 1d6.
Okay.
And a 1. So all at 8 damage.
Hold on. So you're using your rifle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So gunpowder, I forgot about this until just now. Weapons of this quality can be loaded and fired while standing in an engagement. Furthermore, these weapons cannot be dodged or parried. Finally, they explode on face 1 or 6. So you can reroll that if you got a 1.
Shooting die.
Your fury die.
Oh, so my gun exploded? Cool.
No. The die.
The damage exploded. That's good.
So yeah. So
I need
just
to roll
reroll that face 1 die.
Okay.
And add 1 to whatever you roll.
So 4 plus 7. So yeah, 11.
Okay. 11, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is not going to do it. He does have a pretty high damage threshold. He is a gigantic lizard from space. All right. And then Birk, it is your turn.
All right. Well, if we're all just shooting.
Well, it didn't run into our obvious traps. And I'm out of ideas.
How dare. 24, which flips to a 42, which still hits. So with my light crossbow, which is punishing, so I'm going to spend an AP.
Okay.
3 and a 6. Reroll this 6. Another 6. 2.
Oh, you got a critical
17.
success, right, Caleb?
Yeah, so it's defenseless.
Yes. So you don't damage it, but you do manage to, like, I'll say you basically knock it out of the tree, so he's a little bit easier to hit now.
Okay. Well, that's definitely playing out in the rules. So 3, 5, 12, 17, plus 7, 24.
24. Holy shit. All right. So I am going to spend my misfortune point to move him back up his damage track a couple. But he's going to be moderately wounded. Actually, no, I will basically use that to keep him where he is at. All right. So yes, you managed to land another solid blow against him, but this thing is seething. You can feel the anger, the rage coming off of him as he again gives you another bellowing roar, and he is going to use a litany of hatred.
Y'all some dumb motherfuckers. Let me just... That's a litany of hatred.
Yeah.
So,
Why am I? There we go. Combat. Actions and combat. Action. There we go. So Litany of Hatred. He's going to make an Intimidate test. 25. That's a success. Foes equal to fellowship bonus, suffer -1 damage and peril threshold. Use once. That's still a success. Number of foes. Right, -1 to their damage and peril threshold. Okay. I get it now. So yeah, so he again, the demon bellows at all of you, and now your thresholds, so like the like the Dragoon, it would be the 5 and the 10 go down 1. So it'd be a 9 and a 4.
Oh, both
Bellows
their peril and wound threshold?
Yes, your peril and damage thresholds both go down by -1.
Ooh, they go down by -1, so they go up 1.
Damn it, Birk.
But Birk, don't. And then it is going to let's say I think he's just gonna charge. I think he's gonna charge. You know what? Let's go with Lotte again. That Zweihander really did a number on him last time.
Do a number.
Use his gauntlet sword. Huh. I think that's bad. Let me...
Did he just run right up on my blade? It sounds like he just ran and impaled himself on my blade.
Mm-hmm. Success. Sorry, y'all. It's just a matter of... Yeah, that would be a critical failure for him. He is... I sure as shit rolled a 100.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know what that's gonna.
A crit failure is not that big a deal in Zweihander. I think you just take like 2d10 plus something peril.
Yeah.
You're just shaken up by it.
Okay.
This is not going how I was expecting it to go. 2d10, so that's 6. I'll say he ignores 1 skill rank. Okay. So yeah, that didn't work out for him. That was charge, Litany of Hatred, so that should be his action points. So yeah, now it is up to you there, Lotte.
Oh, you like my sword? Here, try some more. That's a 33.
Oh! Alright, give me damage.
Punishing again. Okay, so that's 6 and 2. Another 6. And 4, so that's 18 and 8 is 26.
26. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah? No? Okay. So the demon bellows at you and he comes rushing in and you just meet his gaze and bring your sword down upon him as he was rushing into you, and you just land this sickening crunch of a blow. Go ahead. Let me see. What's the crit chart? Never do the crit chart.
Never get off the boat. Never do the crit chart.
Yeah. Those are slain. Okay, so this actually kind of works out. You drive your weapon through the foe's shoulder and it carries into the chest cavity. Shocked, they slide slowly off your blade and onto the ground into an ever-widening pool of blood. where they remain twitching until inevitable death occurs. So yes, you have slain the demon. It didn't do so hot on its rolls. But of course, being what it is, it's going to try and get the last laugh. Its cloak has long since lost, and you are all standing around this thing. What are you going to do?
I'm going to look at it and I'm
Search
going
it for
to say,
gold.
"You are one ugly Mr. Farmer."
You find no gold, but you do find all sorts of nasty weapons. It stands. It's laying there. It's this ever growing pool of glowing blood surrounding it. And you all see it kind of moving, like it looks like it's trying to do something with its wrist.
No.
What do you mean? You have to let it do that. It's going to show us its treasure now.
Yeah, it's opening its treasure vault. Let it do it.
Yeah.
So
we
you
won,
see it,
and it has to reward us.
Okay. Does it happen to have any suspicious weapons of its own, like spear, the claws, anything else?
No, we won. Where it's bound by its code to reveal its treasure.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's what
clearly.
It's
he
in the
told
Bible.
you. He's totally it's a benevolent god from the skies that has come to gift you all with things as it's messing with this thing on its wrist.
Yeah,
I guess,
it's going to summon its gold to us. If you stop it, we won't get anything for this. I don't see any other gold around.
And you see it as it finishes. It kind of stops and looks at you all, and it laughs, and
I joined it in laughter.
Yeah. Merriment.
Can I slice that wrist thingy in half?
No, I will stop you.
Where the gold at?
Yeah,
I know. If we cut it open, we'll get the gold right out of it.
You'll
gold
in the wrist.
Yeah.
You hear it as it kind of slowly stops laughing. It says in this strange parody of human speech. It says, "You have your reward."
See?
And as lights start to shine and lightning and this glow appears around the creature. And that's going to be a lot of gold.
Yeah,
Is it a golden glow?
Yeah, it's more of a blue, like a sapphire-y kind of.
Gems.
Gems are also acceptable.
Yeah. And then there's nothing. There's just blinding white light.
Heaven.
And deafening noise. The ultimate reward.
Yay, we did it. We're nice.
So yeah.
You could have run away, Lot, if you wanted to, I guess, but we would stop. Yeah, if you wanted to, not get your reward.
I'm just going to say, I died as I lived. I turned into a lot of debris.
Yeah.
So that's Into the Green Valley. Questions, comments, concerns?
So you've run this before?
I've run this 2 other times. One time was for some coworkers when we were stuck in a hotel for like a month. So I've had this idea for the scenario for a long ass time because I've been thinking like I want to do something with Zweihander that isn't just Warhammer or like not Warhammer.
Sure.
And I was like, well, what could I do? What's going on? Because it's all like, Renaissance kind of era. And it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, the conquistadors. All right. What could I do in like conquistador eras? And, Predator happens in the fictional country of Valverde, which is Spanish for Green Valley. So, Yeah, and it's it's always kind of theorized that's in sort of like a determined region of Guatemala or like the Central Americas. So it's like, yeah, let me just mash these two together and see what I get. Because, like I said, there's also the whole thing in Predator 2 with the flintlock pistol and the pirates and all that shit.
Sure.
So I just kind of took all of that and made a little scenario where it's just Predator, but in the 1500s.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah, I really like that. I like running it. I have. I think I need to look at the characters again because the Predator has yet to win in any of the times that I've run it.
I think you need to beef up the Predator's stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you can't dodge gunpowder, you can't dodge a plasma bolt. Like,
I'm doing it with the stuff as written, but yeah, I definitely think because so it has a full on 80 in its martial melee and simple melee, and then like 70s in like everything else that it actually has skills in. And then like I've got a list of like traits and talents and stuff like that for it, like built out of the system, like out of the way that they tell you in the book how to build characters. But I think I need to go back and just really beef it up some more.
Yeah, you need to look at how they build enemies like demons and stuff because it's not a character. It's not a PC. It's not a human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like the brass Primarch over there, and it's got some beefy. Its damage threshold is like 16.
I think that's like the big thing is that here, I'll drop the character sheet in the chat if you'll want to take a look at him.
But give it really good hit and run attack, so it only makes one attack and then it disappears again. Unless somebody's totally isolated.
And like flip to fail, I think is insufficient for the cloaking.
Mm-hmm.
It really should be like arduous to hit it, right? Like if you and flip to fail, like it's the Predator,
Well, like just say you cannot attack it until it makes at least one attack. Like you can't even hit it first. Like it's fucking invisible. You're not going to see it.
I'll definitely have to take note of
something like that. So, but yeah, I would definitely beef up the Predator's attacks and make it a hit and run thing where it just like makes one attack and then disappears, and also make it like every attack that it does while it's invisible does peril. Like it's just freaking you out. Like it should be really fucking scary.
It's there's just a lot. I know we're kind of on a time crunch.
Zweihander's a chonky system, like especially the first time you run it. Like I spent like a week to do that one. I last time I ran, I spent 2 or 3 days just reading up on the rules several times.
Yeah, I think peril is also another thing I need to take advantage of because I really need to make. I just I don't want to bog it down too much, but at the same time, you kind of have to. And like,
it's the nature of the system.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole point of because all the versions I've run it, I've had the Panther in the camp is like the first encounter, and then you run into some of the tribesmen, and then like between the tribesmen and like actually confronting the Predator, you have like a little bit of stuff, and I need to flesh that out a little bit.
You could add like finding a massacre site, a bunch of other.
I did have that in the last. I think I had that in the last time I ran it. Also, I like almost completely dropped the force of like 20 men from last time. I almost completely forgot about that out the gate. But
that's fair.
Cool. Well, thank you for the feedback. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. It was fun, great, especially the ending. We got a reward.
All I can say is Tom is going to be so upset he missed this one because Predator is his thing.
Yep. Well, maybe he wouldn't be because then we did kill it, so maybe he would be glad. Glad he didn't have Predator blood on his hand. So, blood. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, he'll be less or 2 words. I'm pretty sure that he would be upset that he didn't get to be killed by it or, get a couple of good shots at.
Yeah.
Either one he would have enjoyed. This would have been Tom's jam, just saying.
Mhm.
And I had fun too. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you all later.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you guys.